Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, 2022. I'm starting a new map. This is Silverrun Forest. When you are plopped into this Pacific Northwest location, you can see it's filled with trees and lots of water locations. In fact, if you make the map bigger, you can see lots of trees, lots of water, and actually not a lot of farmland, just a few fields, 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. So this is certainly a location to do some logging, which I'm excited to do. First thing I'm going to do, instead of walking around, is just hit P for shop. So what we want is where are they? Oh, miscellaneous? No, not miscellaneous. It's not a car. Well, I guess they're considered cars. I would like just a John Deere buzz around, buy that bad boy. So $26,000, and the nice thing is you can just hit go to next vehicle, and it's your only vehicle. So, and then I have already driven around a little bit in this town previously, just to kind of check things out. Really excited. There's an amusement park, lots of bridges, lots of water, and I have decided that, let me take a look at the map here. I've decided that right down here, this location, field number 2, I think this would be ideal. I'm looking for a location that would be both a cool place to have a house, but also have a working location, have all my equipment kind of separate. Okay, so I'm looking to buy this whole piece of property here towards the water is for sale. And I have the opportunity to buy it, and I could farm that field for just a little bit of income. But right here could be my business empire. So this would be the barns with all the equipment, everything right here. And not a bad view for a business location, but it's also really close to town and really close to everything else. So all the way down here, and so then right down here to the water. You can see some boats out there, a couple boats out there floating around. So this would be the location for the business, but now I want to show you my favorite part. So right here would be log cabin with that view, and that's where I would live. So you've got a bridge, you've got a river, boats going by, pine trees. It's like living up in the mountains. I mean, it is living up in the mountains, but also on a river. And then my favorite part of the property is right up here. Kind of an added bonus. Right on the corner of the property is a cute little lighthouse, historical building. And come on, what else could you want on your property? What we want to do is open up map and go to, if you open up the top map option, not your workers, but the top map, where you can see the status of all the farmland. If you left click on your joystick, left joystick down, it will give you information on the lots. And so right here, this one, I'm going to click on that, and it tells me that this is farmland number 27. It's $132,441, which is a steal. I have $1,500,000 in the bank. This lot should be $1,500,000, but I'm thankful it's not, because I would like to buy it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I own this land now. Let's go ahead and go back to P for shop. And we're going to go to, is that where I wanted to go? Shop. It's not shop. Just a second. Let me think it through. Yes, it is. Shop and then construction. And then what we want to do is we want to go down to buildings, over to farmhouses. And you can see that the traditional farmhouse from Elm Creek is not even on the list. That style of house does not exist here. So, but my favorite little log house does. So you can pick a spot for it, and then you can also rotate it. So LB is rotate. Now, that's the front of the house, or that's the front of the house, but really, you're going to want that deck right here to be right there. You're going to want that to be your view right up the river. That's just gorgeous. So right in here, anywhere is good. I'm going to go ahead and, it says it overlap. Oh, because there we go. So that is perfect. Just right up there, kind of on the ridge. And let's go ahead and just get out and walk around my place. So I love it. So cool. I don't know if I can actually go in. I don't think I can. I can just... I have a chainsaw. I can just sleep here. So it gives me a spawn point, basically, or a sleep point. But this is the view. This is my new place. It's exactly what I would want in real life. It's a little scrubby here, but I'd like to replace the scrub brush with some nicer landscaping. So at least around the house. How do you do that? Well, go back to shop, P for shop, go to construction, and then you're going to go over to the landscaping tab, click it, and you can go down to, not all the way down, where it says sculpting, painting. We want to go paint, come on, go over. Paint, there we go, painting. And here we can paint, and it tells you over on the far right. We've got gravel, sand. There's not a lot of options here, but grass, forest ground, animal mud, asphalt, flagstone. So flagstone for walkways, things like that. But I'm thinking like just nice grass. If this was my property, I would. We can change our brush size. We can change the cursor shape from square to round, which is probably fine. And then you just paint. You just move your cursor around, and it doesn't make a big difference. But what we're doing is we're getting rid of some of the scrub brushy kind of look. I wonder if I can change it to forest ground. Let me see if I can even do that. Change brush size. Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's take a look at the difference between. I'm gonna go ahead and exit, and let's take a visual. It's rocky, so it's forest ground. I'm thinking grass. That's what I'm thinking. So P for shop, and we'll go back to. Whoops. We want to. Oh, no. We want to go to landscaping, and then no. I'll get it. So landscaping, painting, and grass. Okay. So then you have to go back and to change the brush size. Boop 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 boop. So definitely want grass, not the rocky forest. So we'll make this. This is our home. So you have to be a little careful because it'll get rid of the bushes. I think we can probably put those back in, or different ones back in later. More trees maybe. And it doesn't have to be, it's probably okay to be scrub brushy in places where grass wouldn't be. I don't know, I think if I owned this, I probably would. Oh, I can't, can I? I can't paint everywhere. So I don't think I own the land this close to the water. It is not letting me. I can go that way, but I can't go this way. So, okay, that's fine. I think oh, wait. It let me grab that. So let me change my brush size to smaller and see if I can get. No. Let me change the shape to round. No. So, interesting. So okay, that's fine. I'll probably put some trees in there. And that's a little bit chiseled. We want to round some of that off. It's all good. So we can have some fun doing some landscaping here. And I don't know if I can do trees. I see trees. Yeah. So, just like you would have a piece of property Where would you plant the grass? Where would you put your driveway? So this is kind of fun. Let's go to up. Let's see if I can go exit and then up. Trees. Okay, nice. So, yeah, trees. And then down. It tells me what kind of tree it is. There's some big ones. I think we want. Oh man. Okay. There's quite, but they do cost money. These things are not free. So these large sequoias. Now sequoias are massive. So I don't think I want to mess with sequoias. Those are going to look a little out of place here. But these large ponderosa pines would be good. Oh, they're huge. Okay. Maybe not so big. Maybe let's start with small ponderosa. That's a small ponderosa. So let's plant that. See how it looks. You can stand back and look here. So yeah, wouldn't want to go any bigger than that. So we can do a couple of those probably around the property. We don't want to block the view anywhere. A young ponderosa pine is going to be good too. Again, don't want to block the view, but it's the view from the house, not necessarily. We can put one of these right in the corner of the house. Right here would look good. There we go. So we'll just kind of start decorating around. We want this to look more pine, more forested than it is, I believe. That's what I would want to do. So we'll put some pine trees around. Let's see what other options are. All right. Well, I've done a little bit of landscaping, so I'd like to share with you what has been done. So, plenty of trees, bushes, making that area nice and dense, thick. So from the inside, you can't see that building right there. And eventually it'll block off the working part of the farm as well. So a little bit of wooden fence, which looks nice. And then that wooden fence goes all the way down to the lighthouse. some lighting, which I haven't seen yet at night, which will take you down the gravel driveway. I have planted some really tall trees here, just so you see the tall trunks of the trees. That looks really nice. Also looks like it's been there for a long time because those are mature trees. I did switch this to the forest ground. I wanted this to look a little bit less manicured, so that part of the yard is still kind of forest that's been kind of cleared. Down by the house, a little bit more manicured, so we've got the grass and then some bushes over on the right side. This is where I'll park the quad. Also bushes and trees here, and then this gravel path will take you to the deck. And down here, this is gravel path that just didn't do any sculpting or anything, just straight down to the water. Eventually maybe I'll have a dock there with a boat, I'm hoping. And so that's the view, and landscaped the it's nice, you can just float on the water. Landscaped that whole hill, left some of the scrub brush, but put in some bushes and trees, and so you can see how tall those trees are from here. Just gives it a nice kind of a vacation kind of feel. So I could have gotten a little bit more over here. Maybe I'll do a little bit more grasses and bushes there. And then up here from the deck, I wanted to show you the view. I think at night that lighting is going to look great. And then take you right up here to the deck. And I didn't want to block the view, but I did want to put some mature bushes in here so you can still see. That's the tallest one right there, but you can still see, definitely see the lake. That bush maybe needs to go. And because that does sort of block the view. As a matter of fact, that whole side is, I'll have to think about that. So I mean, it's nice to have the view, but you want it to seem like the mature landscaping has been there for years. So you don't want to have like perfect unobstructed view everywhere, but if there's anything that's too tall, I may change that. But I think it's not bad. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and sleep. We want time to go by. I don't want to necessarily sleep. Let's wake up early. Like, I can't wake up. Let's wake up at 5 a.m. And hopefully it'll be dark. We'll get a chance to see the lighting for the first time. And we'll end the episode here. Next time around, we'll start the actual hard work of figuring out how to make money and pay for all of this. So, let's see what we think. I might add another light here on the corner. Oh, let's look at the view at night. Check that out. Love it, love it. But mostly I wanted to see the lighting. So it gives you a really clear way out the driveway. And I want to see it from this perspective as well. See if I need to add any lighting. I might add one right here on the corner. I think I'll extend the fence just a little bit right here, and then add one more light right on the corner. I don't think I need lights on the other side. I think this gives you a really nice path to follow down to the house. So awesome. Thanks for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I honestly could do this just the decorating and the landscaping and the building quite a bit more, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll as I make money, buy some more property, put some of these more down, and have houses around the area. So again, thanks for joining me. Come back and visit me again. Next time we'll take up the task of figuring out what equipment to buy and how to get going making a business here in Silverrun. So again, thanks. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out. So what we want to do is throw up some small, I'm not sure about saplings, but we want to kind of make this look more like less manicured, I think. That's what I think. So we don't want massive like that. These are just too big. And I think what I want is more of the kind of young pine to bigger pine trees. So, just so this would look like if you're going to Grandma and Grandpa's cabin in the mountains. This is what I'm thinking it would look like, right? So we've got plenty of those. Let's go to a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. So we want to put some of these. We need a, like a an obvious path to the front, and probably I'll put a pathway right to that stairway right through here, which would be great. But this yard, maybe I shouldn't have grassed it so much. It's a little too manicured looking. I'm not sure if I want to put the rocks and stuff back in there, but let's go ahead and put a medium pine right there. That really helps. So it's almost like it's been cleared, but we want it to be in a forest. So old pine, these are huge. That's okay because they can stick up, go pretty high up, but you still have the trunk. So it still looks like a forest when you look low like this. Small pine right there. That's a small. So definitely the smalls are bigger than I expect them to be. So we're just going to make it a little bit less obvious that it's grassy right here. But it is manicured. It's nice. So we'll have a little pathway that comes down here. Probably park here, and then a sidewalk, a narrower pathway to the steps. So right there, and then parking. Not too worried about parking, but I think that's a good look. Let's go ahead and get out of build mode just so I can kind of see. So kind of scrubby off to the side, grassy here. Can always add a little bit later, but I think that's a pretty good look. Got some nice trees on the property. And then let's go ahead and take a look at those. No. P for shop. P for shop. And we'll go to landscaping. We'll go down to painting. What I want to try is flagstone. So flagstone's like flat rocks. So what I want to do is change brush size. Let's see if I can get... I don't think I can rotate this. That would be... I can rotate the camera, but I can't rotate the shape. What I want to do is see how flag... Oh, that's interesting. It didn't really go where I wanted it to go. So it is definitely like painting, for sure. It's not... I think I wanted to go this way. So I think this is going to be... I'll just have to play with this a bit. This will be the walkway. To the parking. So, and then I'll go back to grass. And let's change the size. We want the flagstone to be down, not up. So like that. So when you there we go. Took out a little bit too much there. It's a little hard to see. But that's the basic idea, just a little flagstone. Let's go ahead and go back to flagstone, and just put, oh boy, it doesn't, I had it on small, but it still puts in some pretty big pieces. So flagstone would not typically be up on the side of a hill. It'd be flat. Now I could go in, I could spend some time and be flattening. flattening some of this. Now let's go back to grass and paint a little bit of this back, maybe. I can always come back and play with this later, which I will do. So there will be money to be made and a business to start soon. I can't spend all my money on landscaping. That's not the smart way to do it, but that does look pretty good. And then I think what I want here is gravel. So let's see if I can exit out, go to, where's gravel? Gravel. So from here, let's change the size of the brush and paint a gravel driveway that goes out here. And how's that look? Just kind of park right in here, gravel. And this whole area probably could be gravel-ish. There we go. So right between the trees, that's kind of like the driveway right here. Yeah. So good. And just like kind of what you would have if you had a cabin. I'm not going to even flatten it out. Just going to say that's where we park. And flagstone, it could be a little bit better. I'll work on that. Gravel is fine. And that's basically where I can come in and park with whatever I'm driving. Just come in and park here. And nice little log cabin home. So I like it. I like it. I think it's a good start. Didn't spend a crazy amount of money. A couple hundred. Well, I don't know how much it was. I forget how much I had. I had $1,500 when I started, right? So spent almost $300,000 on the vehicle, on the trees, on the house. So that gets me started. And there's more I can do later. There's some decorations, fencing, things like that I'll work on later down the road. I think that'll look really nice. But then I have to decide, what am I going to tackle? Am I going to start farming? Am I going to even bother? I do have a farm. This farmland, I own it. It's just sitting here. So if I can plant it, I can make money. But I'll be investing several $100,000. I need a tractor. I need every piece of equipment that I was given for free in the last game. I own nothing here. So you have to look at that $1.2 million and realize that's going to go fast. I could spend all of that on equipment easily. So I have to decide. My future is probably logging, and I just don't know. Maybe down the road it would be smart to put $400,000 or $500,000 into farming equipment to make $10,000 a season. Take a long time to earn that back. I think I need to research logging and figure out what exactly I need and price it out and go from there. So thanks for joining me. Super happy. Look, the animals are already here and they're loving it. So I'll take a screenshot of that. Love my house. Thanks for joining me today. Come back and visit my farm again. We'll see where I go with it. If it's a game you want to pick up, Farming Simulator 22, you can pick it up on Steam and other locations. It's a great game. Play it. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.